Satnam and hello. Welcome to Opal Oracle. I'm adeshpurankaur. It's so good to be here with you on this beautiful Monday morning. And today we're going to be doing the collective reading for this Capricorn moon into Aquarius moon transit for the collective. And probably the biggest notes for today is that Mercury, the planet of communication, has moved into Gemini, an air sign. And Geminis love to communicate, air signs. And signs in general love to communicate. And another big note for this current now, and actually tomorrow, is that Venus, the planet of love and relationships, is going retrograde tomorrow at 11:45 p.m. Pacific time. So, what we value, our relationships, money, beauty, everything's going to be more introspective. We're going to be reviewing what we value, what we love, what we put our time, effort, energy into. So for the next 40 days, Venus is going to have us thinking. So I know we have Venus going retrograde tomorrow. We already have Pluto in retrograde. I know Saturn's going to be going retrograde. I'm pretty sure Jupiter's getting ready to go retrograde too. So we've got like 5 or 6 planets in this retrograde season that is going to bring us within, causing us to really reflect about what we value, what empowers us, what disempowers us. We're going to be reviewing cycles that need to end as well as cycles that need to begin. Just dancing with the vibes of the planets. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Here it is. And I have some sage. Sage and Palo Santo to cleanse the space. Breathing deeply for the both of us, for all of us. Then grabbing my Palo Santo. I'm gonna need a new little guy soon. Cleansing and clearing our space. Beautiful. I'm going to call in our angels. Thank you. Angels, archangels, guardian angels, guides and spirit guides, ancestors, gods and goddesses, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, healing, truth, destiny. Be with us and give us clear and concise messages for the collective, for the current energies, for this Capricorn moon into Aquarius. Thank you for your love, your support, and your guidance. So bringing in messages for the highest good and the highest good of all involved. High Priestess, first card on the deck. This is a time of listening to our intuition, of going in and really meditating on what our guides have been tapping us on the shoulder about. Really listening in a deep and profound way as new intuitive insights come in. We'll see messages for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved. Major arcana just popping up all over the place. Death, Scorpio energy. This is transformation. Any other messages? Five of Cups. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What hasn't worked, knowing that we have options ahead of us that will work. You may have 3 cups spilled, but we remember with the 5 of Cups, there's always that hope when we look forward rather than at the past. That future holds promise, it holds connection. We're releasing a heavy burden. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The end of a heavy burden, 10s are completions. Messages for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved. And this ending is going to bring a new beginning, something that promises great reward and passion and abundance. This is beautiful Ace of Wands coming after the 10 of Wands. Endings are leading to new beginnings. Wheel of Fortune. The end of karmic cycles and luck. The Wheel of Fortune turning in our favor. This is another, the Wheel of Fortune's a 10 card, so we have 2 10s on the board. So there is a completion that's happening. Something that just didn't work out. But it's going to lead to a prosperous new beginning. And I love that. I love that this beginning is going to lead to good luck and good fortune and prosperous new beginnings. Any other messages for the collective, for their highest good and the good of all involved? Ace of Pentacles. It's going to be a tangible new start. This can be the seed. It can be a gift. But it's bounty. It's a promise of future abundance. It could be a new job. It could be a new gift, like a gift. Something very tangible. But the Wheel of Fortune, the luck that is coming to us is going to bring gifts. It's going to be present, bring new starts and of passion and of material abundance. Angels, archangels, clear and concise messages. So these two fell out on top of the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knave of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. New growth. New growth that is going to allow us to get out of this feeling of either being left out in the cold or stuck, feeling like we don't have enough. Clear and concise messages for the collective, for their highest good and the good of all involved. Moving forward passionately. The Knight of Wands. Oh, sure. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Moving forward towards a relationship, a commitment, a partnership, an agreement that's heart-centered, that's emotionally fulfilling. It could be a new relationship. Very well could be. But it very, very well could be. Clear and concise messages for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved, for this Capricorn moon transit into Aquarius. And coming out of conflict, I love seeing the Five of Swords in reverse. So, just looking at what we have so far, we begin this reading with incredible major arcana, the High Priestess, death and transformation. You know, this highly intuitive, extrasensory energy that we're being called to embody as things come to an end, as things start transforming. Letting go of that, what didn't work, that Five of Cups energy. And you know what's interesting about the Five of Cups is that what's spilt? The Three of Cups. What's upright? The Two of Cups. So what was in the past could have been just like relationships, partnerships, dynamics, even third-party situations that just didn't work. They didn't work and they fell apart and they spilled and feelings were hurt. And that's ending. It's dying. It's coming to a close outside influence. It's done. You know? And we have this Two of Cups when we start looking forward. That's upright. And then that Two of Cups that's upright in the Ace of Cups is later confirmed by the actual Two of Cups. So whatever we're moving on from, it was heavy. Whatever was in the past was heavy, and it is time to let it die so that all can be recycled and be made new again, so that we can glean the lessons and the blessings of past situations and just leave the rest. And that when we let go of such heaviness, the universe is like, thank you, new passionate start. Not only is it a new passionate start, but luck is turning in our favor with this passion, with this promise of excitement and growth and abundance. It's beautiful. And that we will be giving a gift that it'll be a new growth, but it will get us out and help us move forward out of this Five of Pentacle energy where we felt stuck, like we didn't have enough, like we were left out in the cold, like maybe we didn't know where we belonged. But we're moving forward with our passion, with our truth, what lights us up on the inside, and it's going to lead to partnerships, whether it's romantic or a friendship, but it is a heart-centered partnership, because it is the Two of Cups. And it's going to bring us out of this energy of Five of Swords, which is conflict. So we're coming out of this conflict energy. I love it. I love how the cards are lining up because our intuition is going to bring a gift. Death is going to bring new growth. It's the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles actually line up right underneath each other. And it's funny that the two fives do. Underneath the Ten of Wands is the Knight of Wands. So it's like letting go and like I'm always getting like this. When you take off like a really heavy backpack and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like 50 pounds lighter. I feel like I could fly. Because the burden that was so heavy, that was weighing us down, is not there anymore. And we're just flying forward towards this Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, like this joyous, passionate, fiery new beginning that is going to bring luck and bring us out of argument, bring us out of this feeling like we're in conflict. Like, this is a really powerful start to our week. I'm very, very excited for us. Very, very excited. Are there any other messages for the collective in regards to the current spread? It's come with getting out of our heads, like getting out of the illusion of being stuck. We are not stuck. Not anymore. Not anymore. The situations that made us stuck are transforming. The feelings that made us feel stuck are transforming. The thoughts that made us feel stuck, it's transforming. It's coming to an end. And it's allowing us the Three of Wands energy, this planning to go into a new direction, looking at new horizons, really researching our heart's desire and our passions. We're getting out of our heads and into our hearts, what really lights us up. And there is a researching and evaluation energy, but it's not that mental merry-go-round where we feel stuck in our searching. It's like the promise of like expansion and collaboration. It's going to bring us to calmer waters. I'm going to move out of the briars and into the fields, out of the storms and into the sunlight. Any other messages for the collective in regards? And we're becoming masters of our craft. We're working hard. We're building our dreams. You know, that I'm getting a new level of mastery is coming to us in this new phase, in this new cycle, a leveling up. Because many of us have been working really hard on our crafts, you know, but we'll always get to a certain stage and then there's that leveling up period. And I really feel us reaching new heights when we move through calmer waters, when we are working in this collaborative energy. And it's a part of the enlightened process, like this mastery, this working on our craft. The Knave of Swords to me is always the enlightenment process. It's that new idea, that new spark of inspiration. There's going to be new illuminations that will come to in this new level of mastery. It's, you know, climbing that next rung on the evolutionary ladder. And once we've achieved reaching that higher rung, then the enlightenment process begins again from this higher perspective. So we are learning, we are illuminating, we are growing. I'm going to jump over to our Goddess Tarot. Goddesses. Venus isn't going retrograde tomorrow, so I am not surprised she's the first card popping up. Love, Venus, ruler of our hearts. I just have this feeling of like, listen to me. Listen to me by listening to your heart, by what you love, by really taking into account what you love. That love will guide us forward. Even as she's going retrograde, she's going to be whispering in our ear. She's asking us to listen. She's going to be helping us reevaluate what we love and what we value so that we can allow the proper things to die and to transform, and the new to be nurtured. This has a lot to do with love for us. Love and clarity. Ace of Swords, clarity about soulmate relationship. Six flags. Why did I want to say that? I don't know. Maybe some of you have gone to Six Flags. Maybe you guys have plans to go. I certainly don't. I used to go a lot as a teenager, like in high school, like with my friends. But that being said, we're getting clarity on the Six of Cups, which is that past life relationship, clarity on our childhood, clarity on maybe relationships from when we were younger, like from when we were children or when we were just from the past. but clarity on soulmate. And that's beautiful. Clarity on what was so that we know how to move forward, right? Absolutely. Any other messages, gods and goddesses, for the collective? Four of Cups. The declination of an offer. That going within and just knowing that the right offer is going to come at the perfect time. Maybe it's an offer that you declined in the past. Maybe it's someone you rejected in the past. This can be a, hey, do you want my cup? No. Thanks. So some of us may be getting clarity on a soulmate that didn't work out, or a soulmate that rejected you in the past. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. They're carrying a heavy burden. And they knew they were almost there, but there's that trudging, that resistance. When is this going to be over? There's a heaviness in the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Staves, where you're just waiting to get to the 10 where you can release it and let it go. Where you've been battling for so long, journeying for so long, that it leaves you tired and battle weary. Whoa, too many cards. Clear and concise. Clear and concise messages for the collective, for the highest good. I'll just take it because they won't give me any less than 4 cards, apparently. Random. We're moving forward despite the injuries. Getting clarity on the past, on what wounded us, on what led us, on what in love made us feel rejected. We're letting it go. We're allowing ourselves to move forward into a more receptive energy, that Queen of Cups energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Queen of Cups is intuitive and she is receptive. She listens to her heart. So you could be moving towards a Queen of Cups energy, or just moving on from a Queen of Cups energy. And the temptation that surrounded it. Getting a real siren's call with this card. There's good mermaids, and then there are the mermaids that will lead you to your doom. I get this as the siren that is going to lead you to your doom. But it's the temptation is done. It's over. 10 of Swords. How many swords do we need in our backs? None. We take the wisdom and we move forward. Bringing an end to the temptation, bringing an end to what wounded us and made us felt rejected, and just moving forward. Any clarity? Yes. Because when we let go, that's when the magic happens. Isis wanted to pop out. Release the burden. After that 10 of Swords comes the magic. Isis, the divine, working with us. Any clarity? And we'll really be able to build. The Three of Pentacles is out again. We'll really be able to lay that solid foundation. We'll be seen for our talents. We may even get some recognition for them. Laying a foundation based on magic and intuition. And using our discernment. Our discernment will lead us forward as we're listening to our intuition. You could be dealing with a King of Swords. I don't know why I almost said Aries, but a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. A very discerning energy. But this could be us standing in our power, standing in our truth, having that Ace of Swords clarity on this past life relationship that just didn't work out, that made us feel wounded, like we had to move forward, really with only our intuition as a guide. We have the clarity that we need now of just what didn't work and how we need to build, how we need to grow. Any other clarity for the collective, for this Capricorn moon? Yes. So the King of Swords, we are using our wisdom. Saraswati, beautiful, beautiful energy of using our wisdom, using our intuition, and being very decisive on how we want to build, how we want to lay the solid foundation. And that our intuition is wisdom. That our connection with the divine and that clarity is wisdom. I love that for us. I love that we are standing in our wisdom, in our confidence, in our strength, knowing what needs to transform and allowing it to, once and for all, allowing heavy cycles to end once and for all. It's gonna need strength, maybe a Leo, So there's the Ace of Cups. There's your emotional fulfillment, your intuition. It's going to call us to be strong. But we'll have the emotional fulfillment, the intuition, the resources, the promise of our hearts overflowing. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. We're going to move on to our animal spirit guides and see what messages they have for us for the Capricorn into Aquarius moon transit. A rebirth is assured. Bat spirit. I love this. Card of 5. Things are changing. That is to be sure. And with what ends, a rebirth is promised. And I love that the 5 is followed by a 6. 24 breaks down to a 6. Electric eel spring spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Things are going to end. But in those endings, bring your dreams, your inspirations to life. It's a time to plant those seeds and watch them take off. So Wombat Spirit came out 68, which is 14, which is another 5. Be at home. Many of us are home, especially with quarantines at different variances of lifting at the moment. There's a be at home, working within your space to bring your ideas to life, feeling at home within yourself. Some of us don't have a home that we identify with, maybe because we traveled around a lot. But if you don't have a home, knowing that home is always within, and that's where the process always starts. So be at home either within yourself to really bring those ideas to life. I love that. Any other messages for the collective for this Capricorn into Aquarius moon transit? Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly spirit, which I also see as an animal totem of transformation. 22 is a 4. So that's, I think it's the only 4 on the board, but we have 4, 5, 6. 2 5s, a 6 and a 4. But truth transcends illusion. And it always will, whether it was someone who was trying to hide something from you or whether you were hiding from yourself. Your own truth is going to transcend any illusions that might be going on in the world around you or have been going on in the world around you. This is a time of coming into clarity, emotional insight, intuitive insight. Any other messages for the collective in regards to this Capricorn into Aquarius moon transit? And as you move forward, know your worth. You know how much I love the skunk spirit. He's so sweet with his little paws and his bushy tail. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter how other people perceive you. Know your worth. Know your innate worth. Know your divine birthright. That you are worthy of happiness. That you are worthy of fulfillment. That you are worthy of having your dreams come true and be made manifest, that you are worthy of that job, you are worthy of that relationship, that you are worthy of that peace of mind, of that clarity, of that understanding, of that new level of mastery. You're worth it. The universe doesn't create mistakes. If you are here, especially if you're on this channel, then you know that you're here for a reason. That the divine put you in this time, space, dimension for a reason. So shine your unique light. Your truth will transcend all illusion. Hold on to your worth. Your ideas are worth sharing. I was brought back to this: bring your ideas to life. These ideas that you hold inside you, they're divinely planted within your heart. And it is time we are strong and bring action to those dreams, those passions, those truths. And turn your knowledge into wisdom. Whatever you learned in the past, whatever you went through, that knowledge, when it is applied, becomes wisdom. So if you see a cycle come around again, you're like, I see you, I know what's going on, and now I have the power to choose differently. Why? Because we've already been through it, and maybe we chose one way the last time around. This time, we get to make new choices. We get to practice turning our knowledge into wisdom, really applying past lessons in our lives. I love that. Angels, archangels, guides, spirit guides, do you have any messages for the collective, for their highest good and the good of all involved? Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yes. Whether you're male or female, yes. However you identify, yes. Devotion to our heart, devotion to the beauty of our selves, of our truth, our unique wisdom and vision. Many of us are priestesses, mystics, and teachers, and we are standing in that power. We are rising and shining as the Aquarian teachers that we are. I'm going to let you look at that one more time because it just makes me so happy to see this card pop out for us. We are being reborn. In our ideas, our visions. Just helps the world heal. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Too many cards. Too many cards. How many messages for the collective? I thought you were going to know. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? In this time of great transition where things are ending and a rebirth is promised, how can you meet your own needs? Physical, emotional, spiritual, material. Not all of us are in a position where our mothers are mothering us anymore. We may not even have a mother to mother us. She may have passed into a different dimension, and if that is the case, then we are called to be our own mothers, to do what's right and best for ourselves, to listen to our bodies, our minds, our souls, to listen to what's true, to listen to when we need to rest, when we need to eat, when we need to go for a walk, when we need to be social and connect, when we need to spend time and go within. These are all ways that we learn to mother ourselves as young adults. And during a time of transformation and as healers, we know, or we learn very quickly when we are healers, that we can only give what we have overflowing from our cup. So whatever we give to ourselves is so important. That selfishness, that self-care, that builds us body, mind, and spirit so that we can go back out there and share and give and be conduits of healing. It's all very, very beautiful and powerful. And yet, it can lead to burnout and distress when we do not give to ourselves and mother ourselves, take time to respect our energetic boundaries and how much we've already given, you know? It's like trying to take a test when you're half asleep. Is it really time to take that test if you can't read the sentence and your eyes are going this way? And you're like nodding off? Really? Are you gonna get an A on that test half asleep? I don't think any of us would. If you've gotten an A half asleep, I want to hear about it. That's when we go, I think it's time for me to take a rest so I can put my best foot forward and really be awake and aware for, any sort of imaginary test or exam. Maybe you're taking an online course and you're like falling asleep. I think that's when you take a break and take a nap rather than like pushing yourself to get a poor result, We're always learning self-care and new ways to nurture ourselves energetically as well as physically and emotionally as healers. Because the responsibility falls onto us to really make sure that we are putting our best foot forward, being clear, healthy, strong conduits for the divine. So, mothering ourselves it is vital. Vital. Whoa. Too many unicorns. Angels, archangels, unicorns. Unicorn message for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved. Please give clear and concise message for this moon in Capricorn. Okay, this really wanted to pop out. Delight. Find delight in any old thing. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in the simple things and always expect the best. Delight in your rebirth. Delight in the sun that rose this morning. Delight in the flowers that are blooming. Delight in any little thing. Any little thing, because it's your angels. Whether you're out for a walk and you find a feather on the street, that's your angels, that's your guides. If you see a dragonfly, that's, a message from your guides. Delight in all the little wonders that the universe has, because it opens us up to more magic. When we delight in the little things, the universe sends us more. In friendship, seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. So if you're able to, delight in your friendships. Delight in the people who love and support you. Reach out to them. Nurture those relationships. If you have the opportunity to go see them, do. If you have the opportunity to collaborate with them, take a shot. Many of us have been quarantined, so we haven't been really seeing our friends, maybe only online, and that's fine. But it sounds like we need to be nurturing those connections that exist outside of, family ties, because they're going to bring hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. It's beautiful. I feel like our friends are going to be giving us a great sense of hope as we move forward. The people who have seen us go through many, many, many different evolutionary processes and then still see us and feel like, I see you and I love you. I am not surprised intuition jumped out. This whole reading started with the High Priestess. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Trust your intuition no matter what. Your heart and soul, your guides are speaking to you and guiding you forward through these rebirths, through these endings. As we mother ourselves and honor the priestess, the mystic, the teacher within, we step into our leadership, we share our message, and we inspire, empower others. Yes, and that is why we are here, to elevate one another each and every day to the best of our capacity. And so allow your intuition to lead you. Let it guide you. Let it be your rock and your anchor. We'll get a closing message from Kuan Yin. Dearest Kuan Yin, goddess of compassion and unconditional love, please give the collective clear and concise messages for their highest good and the good of all involved. 15. Ivory Swan Goddess. This speaks to the purity in our hearts. I'll hold it forward for you. The Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may realize your beauty and be more yourself and shine your divine essence into the world. Do not cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light in all its purity and radiance, beloved soul. You may find it easier to believe in the illusion of sins and unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. Yet just like purity, beauty, and grace of the ivory swan goddess, your soul is a luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You are being asked to recognize the divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditional self-acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure, to be present to the pure light within and not try to ignore it, downplay it, or worry that it is not enough. No matter what is happening in your life or what experiences and choices you have made, your soul light is as pure as divine source itself, because essentially that is what it is. There is no need for spiritual shame or feelings of inadequacy. The light within all of us is exactly the same. We are just in different stages of realizing it. Kuan Yin, ivory swan goddess, wishes to bestow grace upon you, beloved soul, to assist your spiritual growth at this important time on your path. For this to occur, you must be willing and able to receive, as you choose to let shame simply be a feeling and let it go. As soon as you choose not to empower judgment, condemnation, or criticism of the self by you or by any other, you are walking the path of remembering the essential soul purity of all beings. This is a peaceful and joyful path. You become capable of seeing the God and Goddess shining out of you in the most unlikely of people's situations and experiences. You are opening to receive the grace that beloved Kuan Yin wishes to share with you now, to help you live more joyfully in such a state of spiritual remembrance. Allow her to bless you with her grace as you remember the spiritual purity of your own being, free from taint, judgment, or flaw. Prayer of the Ivory Swan Goddess. Beloved Kuan Yin, Mother of peace, beauty, and compassion, the light in you is the same light in me. Help me to be at peace with my eternal innocence and purity. Ivory Swan Goddess, please help me to let go of old beliefs and experiences of shame, self-condemnation, or judgment that no longer serves me. I now honor and accept wholly and completely that the light in you is the same divine light in me. Om Mani Padme Hum. This is a beautiful card of remembering our innate purity, our innate worthiness, our innate divinity, that through the process of being human and on this human journey, we often forget. We often forget and we let our humanity, this experience of being human, become more prominent than our innate divinity. And we allow the lessons and the mistakes of our past somehow quantify and qualify our worthiness, our divinity, our sacredness. And it's a time to release that, to release all shame and all guilt. It doesn't matter what you've done, as long as you've learned and grown. When we know better, we do better. We're like babies in this life, divine beings with amnesia. We just didn't know better. And that divine amnesia that we all go through collectively is part of the waking up process. And once we know better and we do better, then we can teach. We can actually teach on the things that we may at one point have really struggled with. So I just want to send you love and affirmation of your innate divinity and your innate purity and your ability to learn and grow and evolve and to rise and shine and to turn knowledge into wisdom that will help countless people overcome what you've overcome in this lifetime. Share your medicine. It is a gift to all of humanity. Shine. Rise in your light. We need you. And I'm here to love and support you every step of the journey. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed, abundant new beginning. I hope you rise like the phoenix from the ashes of your yesterdays. May you be a brilliant light and source of love and truth and comfort for all who come across your path. Thank you for showing up, Freya. Sending you love and healing blessings for your highest good and for the good of all in your life and on your path. I'll see you soon. Infinite love and blessings. Satnam.